Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers of all ages, the Dope Nest Monsters are back in the building for one last hurrah for 2013.
Wait, is this the last one, or is the next one the last one?
Well, this whole thing is going to be the last hurrah for this year.
Okay.
Or, depending on when this gets put up, it'll probably already be 2014. So, either way...
This is technically the last... You are right. This is technically the last recording of 2013.
Yeah.
Thank God, good riddance. Fuck that rubbish. 2013 kind of sucked. The past couple of months have been kind of hard on quite a lot of people. But, you know, been hard on me. Don't know about hard on you. No, it's been hard on your boys, the Hooliganz. But, you know, 2014's looking good. We're looking... I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some good shit.
Oh, you damn right I am.
Yeah, and at some point in time, YouTube will get its... GoogTube will get its shit figured, and then we can finally go from there into Season 3 and go from there.
Which
can
be
be
nice.
Yeah.
But, you have to admit, 2013 did have some... It has some pretty kick-ass moments.
Yeah, the Hooliganz every episode. That's how we roll, son. No, don't even complain. Don't even say otherwise. Dude, Anarchy Reigns, that's still one of the... yeah, it's still one of the... Katamari Forever. That was a great fucking game. That was a great review.
I have 3 letters for you. MGR.
Metal Gear Rising... Actually, it's not NGRR. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Still.
Yeah, but still, we've had some great games in 2013 that we played the fuck out of. Loved the hell out of.
And we'll actually be covering those, or at the very least, some of our favorite highlights from those reviews later on. But there's actually a small portion of this channel that kind of turned into a highlight reel in and of itself.
Yes, the preview reviews. That's what this is. That's what this is. This episode is, because this is technically out of season, whatever, preview reviews of the Hooliganz Season 2.
Yep. So, let's just get right down to it. I mean, a little bit of backstory on this. Pretty much as we were working through Season 2, you know, I pretty much saw this as my moment to really kind of, you know, to really improve my skills as far as video editing, composition, timing.
Plus, you had like Roxio or something. What was it? You had some program that you got with the thing when we started recording from that? Or was that the Elgato?
That was with the Elgato.
Oh. Well, there you go.
But basically, what I really wanted to do was just, again, I wanted to do what I could to up the quality. You know, to increase the quality of the content, if nothing else.
Of the show, in the very least.
I mean, I'll eventually be getting a camera that will run native 1080p, so that way...
And proper lighting.
Yeah, so that way our FaceTime won't look so grainy. But, you know... Again, the most fun that I've had this season outside of the reviews themselves was just putting together the little teasers and, you know, giving people the heads up, just, hey, here's what's coming down the pike, here's what's coming down the pike. You ready? You ready? 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 There's that jab. There's the jab. There's the jab.
The rabbit won't
and we got the hood coming in, and that would be the full review. And seriously, those are just, again, they were so much fun to do because it felt like even the creative process behind each and every one of them is like a little miniature story in itself. It's like my own little mental omake strip.
Well, Lord knows I mean, it's worth it. They look good. But there was also a learning curve for you. I mean, you started off the experimental era, which we're going into right now with Episode 1. Episode 2?
Yeah, this would actually be the preview for Episode 2. We thought, you know, as we were going over this, we thought, okay, yeah, the preview for Dynasty Warriors 8, you know,
which we started the season off with.
That, you know, that was like the first preview of the season, but then
Szechuan chicken.
We remembered that,
fucking cheeky.
You know, it was actually technically the first preview that we worked on, we could count that as like the first segment of our Dynasty Warriors 8 review. Kind of, but as a standalone though...
Very technical.
Oh, excuse me. As a standalone though, that would have to be Season 2, Episode 2. The Godhead preview.
Hells yes.
Oh my goodness. If you haven't seen it yet, well, here it is.
My arm, the summon of the power. Ha!
And we're back.
Yeah, the God Hand preview. That one I had a lot of fun with because even though I didn't quite have the usual stinger that I use for the track now, even though I didn't have that track ready to go.
But it's what started it.
Yeah, but just doing the preview itself, it's like, oh man, it's like this. I have to find something that encapsulates some of the best parts of the game.
That is the best part of the game, is the ball buster. Are you kidding me? That's
ding.
Ding. I mean, we say ding, and the other guys, we don't even say.
Yeah.
You don't even need to know. I mean, you don't even need to be involved in the conversation. You hear ding.
You think someone getting kicked in the stones.
And as much as I am in Fallout and whatnot, I mean, I hear it's here ding, ring a ding ding. But I don't even think that. I think ding, ball buster. Dragon kick your ass into the Milky Way. Anyway.
Milky Way.
Apocalyptic beat down from the God Hand. My goddamn. So the next episode, this next preview that came in.
This next preview was,
Ooh.
even I have to admit, this next preview was a bit of a stumbling block for me, mainly because I tried something new at the time.
But
I tried something new, and again, trying to get accustomed to the learning curve with, of all things, I was just using Windows Movie Maker for this stuff.
But sometimes, and this is where you learned it, in fact, probably, sometimes less is more. Leave the clip alone, as you do later on.
Yeah.
Leave the clip alone.
As I should have.
But to all things a season.
So yeah. Season 2, Episode 3, Remember Me.
This little Red Riding Hood's got a basket full of kick-ass!
Come on, that line alone. That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful. A basket full of kick-ass. Nealon doesn't get nearly as much respect as she should. Naughty Dog, or who did that? Not Naughty Dog. Don't Nod didn't get nearly as much. And for Capcom, even if they outsourced it to Don't Nod, it's weird that Capcom put this game out. This game was fun. Yeah, it glitched. It glitched hard. It got the 7 it deserved because of that. That was so sad. We were both ready. We were both ready to give it an 8 because the memory mixer. I wish they allowed us more. The game itself was fun, even if the combo lab was restrictive compared to God Hand. But the music, the Philip K. Dickness,
yeah,
which
oh god,
dick everywhere. Oh shit!
But seriously, that was one of those where, again, kind of like with, I guess you could say, kind of like with Remember Me itself. As far as the developers actually taking a risk with the concept and the style.
Now, what pisses me off on the gender front is that there's not enough people stepping up saying, here is a strong female role who don't need no goddamn man. Yeah, I'm just saying, one of the things that's annoyed me recently, and you've agreed, we talked about this, was the idea that you have to have a superheroine, or you have to have a heroine, or
actually,
a female protagonist.
We talked about this during the Remember Me review.
Actually, you're right, yeah. A female action protagonist. Oh, she needs to have a vulnerable moment. No, motherfucker. I want her to be Ripley. Ripley didn't have... Yeah. Fucking Sigourney Weaver and Aliens didn't have a tender moment. She was barely a mom. To Worm. She was barely a fucking mom. Most of the time, she was just wrestling aliens and beating the shit out of them, unrepentant, unapologetic.
What?
Just period.
Again, it's not about gender. It's just about being a strong character.
Rule of
Ripley,
yes.
Nilin,
Yes.
Samus Aran, outside of Other M.
Let's not talk about Other M.
It's okay.
Are we recording?
Yes, we are.
Fucking A. So, next.
So, yeah, next up.
Boy.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Next up on the list is one of the previews that I put the most effort into just trying to get trying to match up the sound, trying to get the editing just right. I was so hyped, not just doing this review, but to also review the game. You know what? Let's just play the clip. Let's just play the clip.
Move it, will ya? Oh, you let him blow right by you. Can you believe this guy? Come on, don't just ninja kick the damn rabbit.
Ninja kick the damn rabbit!
You tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
I will backhand
But it's
you.
true. Why? Why? Why?
You were the chosen one.
Seriously, this clip was so good. The clip was so fucking good. And then nothing.
And then...
No PS3 for you.
It just...
And this was, I would like to point out that this was one of the ones that he worked his hardest
Gamerus Interruptus.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have even known. See, I still say I almost want to blame you, Ace. If I hadn't have known, I wouldn't have even known it existed if not for you and that trailer. And then I was all getting hype about it. I'm like, yeah, finally we got a good TMNT game. Like the original arcade game. Like a couple of the fighting games they put out in the past. Finally, we got a great, and it looks good. Oh my god, they got a CRPG type where you can build up the skills and the abilities and unlock shit, and you can play your favorite characters. You can multi-platform, wasn't it, or multiplayer? Multiplayer? Yeah. So your boys would have been on it. It's TMNT. Cowabunga, motherfuckers.
And then...
Blue balls for gamers.
At
Blue balls for PS3. I mean,
at the very least, though, we did have fun with the review that we did do. It was... Yeah, that was the one that was Dragon's Crown.
no, yeah.
Yeah, it was Dragon's Crown. I remember it was Dragon's
We
Crown
were
because
so
I didn't...
mad.
We were so mad, but also I didn't do a preview for that because I didn't think we were going to be doing that one.
At that time. Dragon's Crown was on our list to do for this season just because it's Dragon's Crown. The sheer amount of impressive artwork, beautiful fantasy tropes, and above all, controversy.
But not just the controversy, but also the continued support. I mean, sure, this is going to be the last patch, but the most recent patch that came out like a couple of days ago, new dungeon, new difficulty, increased level cap.
Give us more toys, thank you.
Yeah.
Wait, increased level cap?
Basically once you go through the first 9 floors of the Labyrinth of Chaos, it opens up an even higher difficulty. I think it was called Ultimate Difficulty or something.
Because we need that, yeah.
And he puts the level cap from 99 to 255.
Jesus. And there's some people out there who have 10 characters at 255 as we speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that kind of game.
Jesus.
Speaking of that kind of game,
What's
though,
next on the list? What else do we got?
what is next on the list? I have one word for you.
Decapitation!
For what it's worth, here is where Ace started to shine.
This is where it's done shine.
Decapitation! There. It is dead.
And you, I will now teach you. Hang on. I shall now teach you of French kissing. Hang on. I shall now teach you of French kissing.
Is that not a beautiful line?
God.
That is, oh my god, that game. You know, I was freaking out about that game again recently, and I mentioned that we had done a podcast about it. And yeah, I was over at Cracked Industries, who I joined up with recently. Just my homeboy Keeper from the Fallout, from Vault Boy, and like 5 other pages. Well, he started Cracked Industries. It's supposed to be whatever. So I'm gonna be posting up all sorts of text there, posting up some of our podcasts there.
Oh, nice.
Hey, he said go for it. As long as the content creators, that's what happen to be what we be. That's happen to be what we do. Which reminds me, we gotta get like caught up with Bit Trauma. We gotta add some more videos there. But anyway, so hey, shout out. So Brutal Legend, so good, and the video preview is so choice. That is definitely one of his better previews. The timing of it, that's where you started getting that. That's like RZA on Blade Trinity. That's when you can start seeing where you got the timing down. Where you're like, you can start kicking this out.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's like, at first, for the first couple, I was just trying to, I was just kind of feeling myself during the match. And then, episode 5, boom, hit the X Factor. Let's go.
Hit the X Factor. Let's go.
The president. Champion of the ballot box.
Epic Lloyd, show me Epic Lloyd. Shout out to Epic Lloyd. You got a shirt. I don't because, it's the match. Not dark enough.
I'm pretty sure if we asked, Lloyd might be able to put together one in black.
You think? Damn it, I'm just trying to get my own shirts.
Yeah, no.
But that reminds me. Have you seen Carshield's? Have you seen Carshield's fan art?
Actually,
I need to put that on a shirt.
Now that I think about it, I would kind of like to see Epic Lloyd do a rap for the Generalist. Have him read through the books and then have him do a rap for the Generalist.
So what? Have him as Frank and have Oh no, I was thinking of Epic Rap Battle of History, Frank versus Dash. That'd be kind of cool. Right?
No, but I mean just like a standalone like Pawn or Rampage.
Oh my God, Pawn was such a great song. Where the fuck? So where are we? What's so much? We're
running off on tangents as usual.
Does this feel like a Hooliganz episode now?
If it don't, you ain't been paying attention.
Hey, are we still recording? Even though can the camera still pick us up? Even though we're over here.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it's just not up here on the screen, but the camera's still showing us. I mean,
see, it doesn't help that I'm old and decrepit. I don't understand internet tech.
It's okay.
I know people who actually don't understand internets versus like the computer standalone desktop. Yeah. But
in the meantime, off of that tangent, season 2, episode 6 preview, short, sweet, to the point.
Oh my God! And the lettering was so beautiful. Everything about that, it's like 2 seconds of perfection is what that. And I remember we were freaking out about that review too. At the preview at the time too. That was like the bomb ass preview. That was like the culmination of everything you had done up until that point. It was perfect.
The game, on the other hand,
was fun for the first 20 minutes, and then Ace had to figure out his own fun by committing suicide. That's pretty bad. But the game, if I say it again, and I will put this forth to you, that game is actually, it would have been more fun if it had just left you either to give you the option to be either or, which I would have never played.
Yeah,
if
it would have given you the option, if you could actually go on divergent paths, like say in Infamous.
Yeah.
If you could have been able to pull something like that,
or like Dishonored or something
with Haze, then that game would have been so much better.
Superhuman steroids to the death of me, literally. Oh my God!
Literally, the most fun we've had with that game was the preview.
The beginning.
Like
you gotta admit.
The preview, the beginning, where we saw all the bronanigans.
And not to mention, juice up and try and scope them. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Ah! It was awesome.
Then the bunny. The buggy.
And then it killed the grenade, went off 5 seconds later. The buggy. So Next on our list of the preview review.
But yeah, next up.
Ooh.
Next up was one where I actually got the chance to get in a little bit more practice with, just working on my, I guess you'd say, my ear and my eye for timing.
I was about to say, timing. The accuracy of this is uncanny.
And
Check it out.
aside from that, it's another one of my personal favorites, mainly because, well, it's another review for another Muso game.
Technically, let's not forget that Orochi 2 Ultimate also supplanted fucking Marvel vs. Capcom 2 as being my go-to bullshit when I'm talking about
For
5,000
insane character
characters, 10,000 background songs with 20,000 more remixes and 500 playable or choosable environments and and was it no DLC? It was all right there in the game, so you didn't have to unlock that shit.
And the extra DLC for it is just superfluous. You don't need it, but you can get it.
Yeah, that's Orochi. So yeah, that you saw here, the Orochi 2. That's where we supplanted MVC 2 for that shit.
that was the reason why. Now next up is what I would have to call another really good one, but one of That Bastard's personal favorites. Not just because of what game it's for itself, but again I guess just because of how well it flowed and how
timing.
Yeah,
once again,
the flow, the timing, the transition.
Oh yeah, so check it out, y'all. Oh, that Dragon Age
kill.
origin, that
dragon kill was, oh.
That's one of my favorite parts of Dragon Age Origins. When you get that cinematic kill, all the cinematic kills there are so choice, so good, and the timing of there with the song, with the sting, great shit.
What's kind of funny is the fact that in Dragon's Dogma, you can actually get cinematic kills on the large enemies as well.
I remember that. But Dragon Age Origins, I played that first.
Yeah, DAO did it first.
Yeah. Plus, come on, the Origin schematic was a good one. No matter how you cut it, I mean, all those, even if it's just the illusion of choice, as we stated before, it's at least a good illusion. It's a stable one. So, if it's fun, fucking play it.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, what's next?
Speaking of fun and playing it, oh god, speaking of fun.
The one that angered V.
Oh, yes.
Bouncy. Or bouncy. Suck it, Wolverine.
That's a good tag to finish with. That one, good. And come on, let's face it. You mentioned earlier distilling the essence of the episode that of the game we're going to review. That did it right there. The only thing that could have been better was that one moment where we all freaked out with the unicorn and the replay button. You had done the replay button, but the thing is, I think the replay button still wouldn't be good for the preview.
No, not good for a preview, but good for a return to the episode.
That was true.
Right on the unicorn. Yeah. But actually, there was one other line that I actually thought about using, or at least one other clip that I thought about using at the very end of that preview, which is, the one where pretty much the clip that I took the slowed down video from. If I just let that go through and, just finish with that great line from Deadpool, now tell me. I'm not the only one with a little bit of shit in their pants now, am I?
That's nasty. And then again, if you've seen his bathroom,
that's Deadpool.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's Deadpool.
And it ended up being a good game.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, we got didn't we give it like a 9?
Yeah,
yeah.
It was a fun review. It was a fun game to play, and
especially the freaking out. We freaked the hell out over that. We freaked the hell out of the replay.
It's like
because it hit out of nowhere.
It's like okay, it's classic Deadpool. There's a bouncy house, and then
the genius of the bouncy house hits, and you're like, that's awesome.
The genius of the bouncy house hits, and you couldn't stop it. You could not stop it,
dude. The replay
was like you were standing.
One-way train.
Yeah, it's like you are standing there. Ding, 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 ding.
This
the arms come down. You look down the track, and it's Doom Train.
Hey, what was that image I told you about recently? The worst day ever. It was a guy wrestling a tiger, and both of them were being constricted by a snake with a train coming down on him. You are going to die if you survive this. Find religion, my friend, because something helped you out. I hope. Or you're Dr. Manhattan.
Or
Yeah. So what's the next one? What's
so here
episode
we go.
10?
Episode 10. This, I guess you could say, this was kind of where I got into sort of a, this is where I hit something of a plateau. I hadn't really like climbed up to that next level as far as producing and devising producing the previews just yet. So I was still on that good high plateau, and that was the one for, let's see, episode 10. Oh yeah, that was Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2.
Ah, yeah.
Again, just keeping with the good timing. But also, kind of adding in the footage, like during the titles itself.
My thing is, this one, I'm not saying I can take it or leave it. I'm not saying that, I'm saying that's not as impressive as some, but at the same time, it was consistent. Like you said, you hit a plateau, and now suddenly you see a consistency in your work.
Yeah.
And that I like. You guys know how I'm about consistency. I am You've probably seen these clothes last 3. Well, it doesn't fucking matter. Suffice it to say, and for those of you who don't know, yes, my my closet is the spot of darkness in the heart of the world. Yeah, it's just me, baby. It's just me.
No, his closet is that dark corner Coulson was hiding in during that episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay, I have issues personally with them faking Coulson's death to begin with just to do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I said this before and I'll say it again. That's bullshit. You don't play with my emotions like that, Joss Whedon. But of course, that was an executive thing, so I can't complain. So, but like I said, with that one, I would say it's not that it wasn't as impressive. It's just consistent, and that's a good thing in my opinion.
And it was, it was for an older game that, quite frankly, we didn't even think we were going to be reviewing. It's like, what are we going to do this week?
We did have. That was a horrible week for me because I'm all like, oh shit. Well, we have we can do this game, or this game. Oh my god. And there are certain games that me personally, I want to wait and devote some time to. You know what I mean? Like Fallout. And I mean, I wouldn't want to just do Fallout 3 or New Vegas or Survivor 2299, which is a wonderful hoax. That was wonderfully. I did give credit. I always said that if it was a hoax, I would give credit to the guy for pulling off what has to be one of the best stunts I've seen, since Bonsai Kittens. But Jesus Christ, that hurt. That hurt me. I mean, it was like you could feel the entirety of the fan base want this so bad. It was a palpable emotion. It was a tangible thing. And then Bethesda, I mean, I'm not saying they didn't do right by stepping in and making the guy admit, hey, this is a prank. But at the same time, if I was Bethesda, I wouldn't have done that. I would have ran with it.
You just ran with it, and it's like, okay, you know what? Let's get the team together so we can actually make this.
Please! It's not like you don't have enough lore. It's not like you don't have enough fans. It's not like you don't have... Do you have issues with money, Bethesda? Do you have issues with us giving you money? Is that what this is? Take my money and give me 4. But Fallout. I want to do 1, 2. I know all sorts of people do, a whole arc review of 1 to 3 to New Vegas, but I don't care. We haven't done it. Same thing with the Elder Scrolls, 1 to 6, Skyrim. I mean, hell, the anthology is out. That's every game. I think they even have Battlespire and Redguard in it, and those sucked.
Yeah, we technically did something like that with the Spider-Man games.
Well, see, yeah, but that's what I want to do. I want to do that for those 2. I want to do that for even maybe not Borderlands, but like Dishonored. I've been playing that. I'm playing the hell out of Dishonored. You need to borrow it on the PS3, not the Xbox One. Stake intensifies 320. I don't know.
Wow.
But suffice to say, you gotta play it, dude. But I have to admit this much: Bethesda, you make me mad about one thing. I'm the kind of assassin where I am the orc in full ebony armor who walks in the middle of the room, smashes the target's father with a hammer, and I say, "Your whole room is dead!" And
All of you are dead!
I kill everybody in the room. I only learned recently that you can actually choke holes out and the body will just disappear. I thought you choke them out and they'll wake up, like Metal Gear. No, you choke them out and they disappear. So this entire time I'm playing the game, apparently in a way that it's quote-unquote high chaos, and fuck you, Bethesda. Just because some of us are violent doesn't make us bad people. Speaking of which, derails. So, episode 11.
Episode 11, this one I had so much fun with because the moment we decided on the game that we were going to review for episode 11, all bets were off. It was time to go nuts.
And we did.
So, let's go nuts.
And it's the dichotomy. It's the fucking dichotomy. Yeah, that's the word. The juxtaposition of the two songs. That's the worst part.
That was the idea.
That was perfect.
Just again, just distilling the essence of the game that we are planning on reviewing that episode.
And the return of the rainbow effect. And it makes greater sense here in my opinion. I mean, it was perfect. It's fucking Katamari. Which is still also, much like Anarchy Reigns, one of our better episodes. Not because of production values or even commentary, just because of how fucking fun the game is. I should tell you something. Did we give that a 10 or a 9?
I think we gave it I'm pretty sure we gave it a 9.
I'm fairly certain we did. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, just thinking back on it, I almost want to give it a 10. I might in the retroactive, I'm just saying.
We'll find out when we do the second opinions. But anyway,
we are rolling up close towards the end.
Oh yeah, so here we go. Another review for yet another Musou game in this second season, but this one was kind of a retroactive in and of itself because, you know,
we already played the game Japanese.
Yeah, but basically we called it at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
They delivered.
And it was awesome.
We delivered on our promise.
Fucking carpet. He's fighting with a tablecloth. Jesus Christ.
Let's go ahead into the preview.
I'm just waiting for a rock master to show. So the preview is for the Dynasty Warriors.
For Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends.
Yes. He will kill you, seriously. He'll gank you like a tiny dog. Seriously, though, his daughter, though, holy shit. Oh, I'd love to be your bicycle seat. It's just no joke. I'd love to be whatever jerk-off is strong enough, apparently. Can you imagine Lu Bu as your dad? And I know we freaked it.
Actually, going back through the material, he wound up marrying her off to Yuan Shu.
What? For real?
Yeah, not Yuan Shao, Yuan Shu, the guy that Sun Tzu was serving for a while before he.
Ah, so political version.
Yeah.
But all I know is.
But Lu Bu as his dad.
No, dude, I was just talking about the one manga I was reading, Koko Tenken Den Tough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Raoh is my dad. Raoh, yeah, I know, no, seriously. His dad is fucking Raoh from Fist of the North Star. And yeah, that's Lu Bu is your dad. That's the same situation right there.
Yeah.
Where it's like, holy shit.
But
like,
I don't think Lu Bu would be so dad as dad in the movie.
I think he would be, yeah, he'd be even less dad than dad in Tough. Just saying. So that's 11 really good ass previews, man.
Yeah, everything from 2 through 12. It was a culmination. It was all building up, and just everything I had learned, all the trial and error, just the experience. It all led up to these next 2 minutes, and well, let's just round it up to 2 minutes and 15.
Roll that beautiful bean footage, bro.
In Japan, they have a saying. Fall down 7 times, stand up 8. For us, it ain't about standing up that 8th time, but taking the fight to the bastard that knocked you down in the first place. Right, partner?
Damn it! It sounds like you're talking to me. I mean, in a multiplayer, who's, damn. But no, seriously. I can't believe you man with the iron fist in it. It was like in a good way.
Seriously, that final. That wasn't a preview. That was a full-on trailer.
Yeah, and hey, I still think you should. I think you should actually send it to Capcom and be like, hey, you guys, you like? Just saying. But no, seriously though, as you put it earlier, the culmination of all the work you've done throughout the season, and we've had it's been quite a long season. I mean, we've definitely more than doubled from season 0. We've added 3 new videos from season 1.
Yeah,
because we did 10 videos, and yeah, we ended on X. Yeah, so we did 13 videos, and then we of course these out of the season ones. And I mean, I really do look forward to seeing what you're gonna do come 2014 season 3, possibly even season 4 if we can fit both of them in one year.
If we can swing it, why not?
That's a lot of games, though. That's a lot of games.
That's actually the reason why I want to, at least take a couple months off from this and just take a break. Give us a chance to actually recharge our batteries. Build up more of a game collection. Build up more of a collection of games, both past generation and maybe even current gen if one of us gets their hands on the new systems.
Salty Remack review.
To actually review.
But one thing to consider is that there are still games we still need to play and review. Borderlands 1 and 2, we got to. I know you're not much for first-person shooters exactly, but I don't remember if you like Borderlands 1s or not, but Borderlands is a good game, and I would highly suggest to buy it.
Yeah.
Play-wise, it's better than Haze.
Yeah.
Bro-wise, maybe not so much. Maybe not so much.
All the bro-nanigans from Haze basically got, yanked out of that and squeezed all into Handsome Jack.
Yeah. Ass hat, don't answer back. Who the fuck is that? Hey, Dan Bull.
Actually, one other thing I was actually considering doing for season 3, I kind of wanted to keep it a surprise from you, but I gotta say it. I was actually considering getting in touch with Dan, and asking, basically saying, hey Dan, I'd like to use some of your tracks for our reviews.
That would be badass as hell.
Come on. Borderlands, Skyrim.
Oh my god, that would be so awesome. My only problem is the way things are standing right now, it's not the content creator's fault. It's not the music people's fault.
Well,
it's YouTube itself.
Well, I'm not even talking as far as the content ID thing. I'm talking just basically collaborating with Dan Bull to spice up the reviews.
I have no trouble with this, please. Hell, Dan, please check us out. No, seriously, that would be badass as hell, dude. But there are other games that'll be coming out, I'm certain, or games that have come out that we'll acquire. Hell, I got Stranglehold for $5 from Reset Games. Huh. John Woo, baby. It's gotta be. I still haven't played that yet. There are still games that we both have that we just haven't even gotten into yet. So why the fuck not?
So yeah. Look forward to 2014. Look forward to further seasons and further shenanigans with you bros over here.
Oh, and let's not forget, I am going to try and get 4 novellas out next year. Thomas Duder, author of the things, one of my 5 or 20 different names. Well, no, there's Tomulus Dugulus, Brocephalus Maximus, the Toga Lord.
Oh, Jesus.
That bastard from Bellingham, Mouse Atreides, Lord of the Wasteland, JDW, Prelate of Heaven, and Conqueror of Hell.
Loudest, most kingly.
His loudest and most kingly, let's not forget that. Thomas Duder, author of the things. 7 names right there, right off the bat. I haven't even...
At least.
That we can just remember right now. That's saying something. I've actually forgotten names. I forgot that bastard from Bellingham. I am that bastard, and I forgot that bastard for a little bit. I was naming off names and just dropped it off. And then later on I'm like, Oh shit.
But anyway, that right there is, you know, while the main course was the reviews themselves,
The previews were good. Period.
yeah, the previews were just like, you know, those awesome side stories that you have to just, you know, you got to take a look at in order to understand further the context of what's going on in the main story.
It was the Taboo X short stories. Seriously. It is what Taboo X is to the generals.
So, let's see. After this, we're going to try and actually get recorded our full review retrospective. So, look forward to that. And, again, look forward to 2014.
It's going to be good. Hey.
Especially if we have anything to say about it.
Hey, we wish you a Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa? What do they say? Whatever, the Negro community. Merry Kwanzaa. Enjoy your Christmas, Kwanzaa, Crimbus, Festivus, whatever the fuck it is, and a Happy New Year, all y'all.
So, from all of us to all of you, BlazingAceNelson.
I am that bastard from Bellingham and 10 other names.
And we are the Hooliganz. See you in 2014. It's okay. It's okay.
You ever wait. You ever gone to fist bump somebody and then they do this and then they shift it and then lock it? And it's like, dude, did you just start a fight? Are we fighting? Am I winning? Now you can turn off the record. Fucking A. Damn. Fuck the... Oh, shit.